Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of my casts. We have best of 2 scrim here today. TSP are going to be taking on the King's Creed. I know in my tweet earlier today, as you would have seen, they were supposed to be taking on Recluse. Recluse backed out and King's Creed very kindly stepped in last minute. So that's why we are fairly late to starting things off. So TSP are a team that I've casted multiple times. This King's Creed roster is looking fairly familiar as the former Sneaky Beakies roster. Of course, many of the King's Creed players moved over to Paradox, so we have a bit of a switching around. Rarity saying, alright Dylan mate, how are you? Rarity, hope you're doing well. I'm alright, thanks. So, best of 2 scrims. As you can see, the first map's going to be Cafe Dostoevsky. So I'm going to be casting it once again, so I'm sorry if you're fed up of this map. It's been quite an annoyance. I think I've done it about senior / cast it must be like 7 times in like the past week and a half. Map 2 is going to be Oregon. So we just got to wait for players to ready up. So this TSP lineup, as we see Crazy DCing, I haven't seen IJXMC before. Usually it'd be Scurry or Puckles playing that 5th spot. Whereas if we have a look at this new King's Creed roster, Dizzy, Mav and Stefu, or I think that's how you pronounce it, were of course on the Sneaky Beakies roster, Eluzi, and we also got Ben Kelly. So it should be a good one. I'll be interested to see how this new King's Creed roster plays. As Crazy finally rejoins, I think he's switching account. So we just got to wait for all players to ready up, and we can jump into things. For those of you who don't know, I've been given the opportunity to cast alongside Toot tomorrow, the Tech Grand Finals. JPC will take on the Venga Boys in a best of 5 tomorrow afternoon, starting I think at 2. So that'll be on twitch.tv / Third Eye Gaming EU. So I'll tweet about it when it's live, so feel free to go and check that one out. It's bound to be a good one. So we wait for JX and Ben to ready up, and then we can jump on in. We're just waiting on IJXMC. Bradley, is there a better way to say IJXMC? Or is it literally letter for letter? That's going to be annoying. As we can now jump into things. Cafe Dostoevsky first map, and it's going to be the defense of King's Creed versus the attack of TSP. So let's have a look at operator bans. What would we expect? Probably a Thatcher, a Monty, potentially the odd Nomad here and there, and then you might get Valk, Mirror, Echo. Those are the 6 that you usually get. So we'll have to see. Well, we're bound to get a Monty because TSP are playing, of course, so we'll see who the King's Creed ban on attack. Capital is the first ban. Not a surprise, he can be very annoying on that Skylight Ride to say I'm going to be playing tomorrow. Yeah, I'm interviewing you before the game, so I have to get some good questions down to ask you. Yeah, it should be a good one. As, yep, no surprise, TSP ban Monty. I'm so shocked at this ban. Remember guys, feel free to make clips, of course. It's much easier to make clips on Twitch than it is on YouTube. So if you do see anything clip worthy, then make sure you do clip. That way I can put it forward for any RXL trailer things. As Mirror gets banned as well, that's not a surprise from TSP at all. Bryson, I wish you wished Scurry was playing. Oof, I better not get into politics. You're trialing IGMC, right? I think you are. I'm fairly sure you are. As Valk is the final ban, that's not a surprise. I'm interested to see how this King's Creed roster does. They've no longer got Godzak, Chiron or MYR. They've all moved to Paradox. And in their place, we've got the Sneaky Beaky roster. So Cafe Dostoevsky, it's going to be Double Kitchen first. That's not a surprise, as the Sneaky Beaky roster did this before, and as they make up the majority of this King's Creed roster, I'm not surprised in the slightest. We do see an Ayana being brought, and that's not something you see every day. That may be sick picked as it was randomly assigned. And indeed it is, and Dizzy is going to sick pick onto the castle. We've seen him have a lot of success on this castle, and it's going to be a Jackal being played by JX. So Sneaky Beakies, which is the core of this King's Creed roster, as I said, and TSP, I casted both their games and they were both draws. So we'll see. There won't be any draws today because you have overtime. Remember guys, this is a scrim, so any results you see may not reflect the team's actual performance. So Dizzy, as we saw before when they played Bossman, he held in VIP on that castle. We'll see if he does the same thing as he reinforces up White Garage. Or just White, I mean. This is looking fairly standard. We've got the one mine. The only difference really is that castle positioning. You'd expect him to be more in small bakery.
5 seconds remaining.
Also got Mav on the smoke. He's going to be playing on site. He was very good smoke last time we saw them. Ben Kelly's going to be roaming above on that Legion with Elusi, sorry. Going to be placing a shield down in long desk, but that window's been opened by Merxy fairly quickly. Dizzy is going to be spotted along with that, and Merxy's going to look for the first kill, but Dizzy gets into cover fairly quickly. We've got Chaz all the way by himself, making his way probably to the roof. That's where I expect to see most of the players push up to, and that's exactly what we do see, as Yad is going to be droning the top. And Merxy's done a lot of damage to Dizzy, but he's done a lot of damage to himself. Beautiful grenade onto Dizzy from a Merxy. Down goes that castle player. It's made a nice, I think that rotation was there actually, as JMC is just going to push in very aggressively. They're going to know the Wamai's there. The Jackal and the Wamai Connor pushing as well, so Elusi is very much trapped at the minute. The two guns are too much for him, as Jay is the one who finds that kill. Looks for any footprints, but there are none. And the hatch, the wall, sorry, has been opened up by the thermite of Crazy. We've got Ben Kelly playing on these white stairs. I don't think he's been droned out. We saw the drone go straight past, so he may be the player to watch. Any push coming is Freezer. The SMG of the Legion will deny, but he's actually going to move above to deal with any sort of denial. Stefu is going to look for Chaz, but Chaz, using that L85A2 to his advantage, finds that kill. Ben Kelly, though, finds the refrag onto a Merxy. Is he going to find another? He is, onto Chaz. He's got away with a double kill. Not lost a lot of health either. He's got 3 goo mines in his pocket, and he's just going to run upstairs. Freezer is not contested at all, aside from these shotgun holes from Mav, and he's going to rotate into Bakery through the rotation. As Crazy's made his way into Freezer, and looking like he's going to try and go for a plant, as Yad is looking for Ben right now. They know they're nearby, as Crazy going for that plant.
Attackers are activating the diffuser.
Plant goes down, the Legion's going to have to move. I think the Nomad's going to catch him out there. Indeed he does. Yad with that very nice kill, leaving everything up to Mav. He was very good on that smoke, but I jinx him as Jay is there to mop things up, as TSP take round number 1 in very good fashion right there. So we are going to see Bar and Cocktail next. Sorry guys, just reading chat. Yeah, Rarity, apologise for the whole issues earlier. I won't really go into it. However, yeah, apologies there for that one, as Dizzy's going to 6-pick onto the Echo from the Ella. No 6-picks from the side of TSP. It worked well last time, so bring it again. Apollo, nice to
Attackers
see
need
you
to locate
here.
and defuse as many
Hope
bombs as they
everything's
can.
going well in your search for a new team. Of course, best of luck with that. I'm always available to hype you up if you need it. We are going to see this. This is a very sneaky beaky's hold, as what I'm noticing. They did the shotgun holes across the floor of this bar room, and he's going to do it again. Wait, so Rarity, have you JPC been knocked out of XCL then? Who did you lose to, or are you just not playing right now?
Seconds left.
I'll have to run that one. I'm intrigued to know.
5 seconds left before
As we see the inverted pixel shield. Some teams like to do this, other teams don't. And Lucy is definitely one of those that does. I'm slightly monitoring chat. Apologies if you hear a dog barking in the background here. It's mine. He's being a bit annoying. Steffi preps that window for a run out. The gun bullets. The bullets come out from, I believe it was Jay, shooting at a camera or just pre-firing a window as we watch the attackers come up to the roof as a Merxy. Eats that debris absolutely everywhere. Nomad air jabs coming out from Yad. They do have to be careful because Steffi could try a run out. He's going to be looking on cams, but that position is going to be shot, and he's going to play just below that window. Yad just preemptively firing on that one. Everybody is on the roof aside from Jay. He's just waiting onto the white stairs, but he joins the rest of his team on the roof. The Thatch EMPs come out as well. Are we just going to see Crazy go in and blow that wall up? Yes, we are. The pressure comes out as well. If Jay actually punched through that window, he could find a very nice kill. I still think he can. Steffi moved out, I believe so. How's he moved away so quickly? That is the question. And he is going to be looking for Crazy. The Thermite going to peek him. He's not going to find any damage, but the Thermite of Crazy is. You're going to have to run up white stairs. This is a full piano take, and poor Odaluzi is left all on his own. Flashbangs go out as well. He's going to rotate into bathroom. Mav is also in bathroom, and he's just going to peek that with the shotgun. We saw him do it multiple times. It's a fairly common spot as Steffu gets down from Jay. Ben Kelly, though, going to re-peek it. That's very, very brave of him. The Jackal out on somebody. Freezer walls are going to be opened up by Crazy. Very effective on this Thermite. And Mav is in a very dangerous place. He's caught between a rock and a hard place, as he's got the Thermite breach on one side and the doorway on the other. Especially with all these long angles being held out by the ACOGs, it's going to be very difficult for him. So all of the defenders, aside from Mav, are on site. He could actually find a kill here, but I think he's just looked away at the wrong time. But Chaz walks away as well. So although they were very close for comfort, they tend to is going to drone out that smoke shotgun. That smoke shotgun is going to try and apply some sort of pressure. But nobody seems comfortable on what to do, as Crazy is actually going to be able to get a plant down. Mav's got to deny this plant. Maxi gets down. Crazy gets shot as well, but Jay finds a double. Lucy finds a double. Triple even, and it's going to go down to the wire and a win on time. Great play from Elusi on that one. The Echo stun coming out clutch as well. I can't remember who exactly was on the Echo. It was Dizzy. And King's out. Very, very strong attack from the King's Creed guys. We are going to see Kitchen once again. I think that came down to unusually it came down to time management, which you might say time management's a common issue on cafes. We see a Merxy 6-pick from Ying to Ash, but not on that top floor side. You don't see it as much as you would say see it on, let's say, Kitchen. It just seemed that Mav's position really just sort of seemed to stump TSP, and they weren't able to push in as aggressively, push in as cleanly. You get what I'm trying to say. But that bathroom position on that smoke just seemed to stall out stall out TSP on their push into sight. And Lucy coming out very, very clutch as Dizzy's going to be on the Wamai this time and Aluzi's going to be on the castle. Are we going to see the castle do an identical thing, hold VIP? It certainly looks that way.
10 seconds to insertion.
Are we going to see the other ones
5 seconds left
on
before
this double
insertion.
doorway and this window? That's the question. These are some... Lucy's very slow on the setup, I'm not going to lie, as the round's already started and he's still got to place down this wall. He's got to make rotation and he's also got to do coat check and rotate into VIP. And I think they should, at King's Creed that is, they should just give up on that coat check position as Ben Kelly gets ready to roam back upstairs. So Cafe Dostoevsky is a top floor down roam clear. You start at the top, you work your way down, and that is why it's sometimes very difficult. As well, talking about roam clear, Emerxy says no thank you. Finds a Lucy, finds Dizzy as well. That's going to probably be a clip for sure. As I talked about time management, Emerxy ignores exactly what I was saying. Or Connor, as he's better than the SMG. I thought that was the SMG 11. I'm not sure what that was. Yeah, rapid fire. It might have been the SMG 11 of Mav. So we're going to see Emerxy drone into kitchen prep. Cooking. I can never remember which one. Which one's which? It's going to drone into cooking. Know that Mav is holding a fairly long angle, and that is why we see Jay and Yad destroying the floor above. Mav is going to push into a more aggressive position. Crazy's got to be careful here. He's on that diffuser once again. Chaz does too. They are just going to wait here for that, of course. Chaz just going to push it. Crazy, sorry, just going to push in. With Chaz droning. Mav gets away with his life. He hasn't used any smoke, so if he had died there, that would have been incredibly costly. Something got destroyed by an Ash breaching charge. Not sure what. Mav is so very, very dangerously low. As Stafu finds a kill, gets killed, sorry, by Yad and Jay. Using that vertical to his advantage, finds that kill onto Mav. So it leaves Ben Kelly in a 1v5. And Yad is going to look for that kill. He's going to get the Legion low. Legion just going to yeet an impact grenade right at Emerxy's head. But Connor says, no thank you, I will take that kill. The Ash there proving critical to TSP's success. He just walked in and found 3. So TSP definitely much better when attacking kitchen. We'll see if they can recreate that success. Is it going to be kitchen once again? Indeed it is. 3rd time's the charm in King's Creed Mines. And they're going to hope that they can have a good amount better success as they bring a different lineup completely, as Stefu goes on to Pulse and Aluzi goes on to Echo. Meanwhile, the IQ's being brought by Emerxy. He's not bringing the Ash this time. We'll see if he ignores everything and spots an opening into VIP and charges on through to find a quick cheeky double. It seems with this setup that the castle player, when playing on kitchen, whether it's Dizzy or Aluzi, just can't set up in time. We saw before Aluzi hadn't even placed all of his castles on the red double doorway and coat check, and he had to bail out on that VIP position that we saw Dizzy hold multiple times. Once in round number 1 and then multiple times against Bossman when he was on the sneaky beakies. We actually have a freezer rotate. And that has been made by Ben Kelly. Let's have a look at the utility being brought. Speaking of rotates, the defenders have brought 2 proximities, a nitro, 4 impact grenades and a deployable shield, and the attackers have brought 6 flashes, 2 smokes, a claymore and some breaching charges. They're going to hope that that vertical along with the shotgun of Jay is going to be enough to open up the floor above. Stefu's going to get droned out very quickly as well, but he's going to play very aggressive in this bar position. He's got an echo drone to support him, but Yad has been droning, and Chaz and Crazy send their drones in as well. In completely different castle setups. We see Prep castled Well, I say that, Aluzi says, you know what, I don't want this to be castled. As Emerxy walks onto site, onto Bakery, sorry, finds Stefu. He's got a habit of this on IQ. He did this multiple times against GG World Play. That was my first time watching them. Twice on Coastline. One where you got the ace as well. Is he going to be holding a long bullet hole angle? Indeed he is. The UMP at long range, it basically just tickles Emerxy. He's not going to notice that health being lost. We do have to watch out for any roamers, and it's Ben Kelly who will be droned out by Yad and Jay. And he is going to be in a dangerous position. Can he find that kill? Beautiful headshot onto Jay. Yad's going to now know that there is a Legion nearby and looking for him. Very nice gun camo, if I do say so myself. But now the top 2 floors are all in TSP hands, but Ben Kelly is still the major threat. Bakery has been opened up by Crazy in the meantime, as Mav finds a beautiful SMG-11 headshot onto a Merxy, but Yad avenges Jay, finds that kill onto Ben Kelly, and Mav is then taken down by Chaz on this Thatcher. Chaz not on a lot of health, but full cooking control, kitchen cooking control will be in TSP's favour. But they do have to watch out for some cheeky pesky echo drones from Elusi. EMP goes out as well. It's not going to find anything. That's going to be Neko scan cancel, but it gets shot. So Crazy is most likely going to get this plant down fairly easily. Indeed he does. The ACOG being used by the Echo of Elusi, and is not going to work as he goes down, but Crazy is downed and fragged out by Dizzy. Castle player is in a 1v2, and Yad and Chaz are looking for him. Pistol shots force Dizzy away from his position. He's very much not got a lot of intel, as there is a drone that's just been spotting him the entire time. Dizzy is looking for Chaz, however, both on very low health, and Dizzy actually wins that one out, but Yad is probably going to ruin the party. And indeed he is. Just needed to spray through and land 1 bullet, and that's all he did with that AK-74. A 40-round magazine is enough. He finds that kill, cementing TSP their 3rd round on attack. Karen saying best caster are you. Appreciate it, mate, appreciate it. I may have to disagree with you on that one, but thank you. We do see Bar Cocktail, as it has been unlocked for King's Creed. Reminder to everybody that this is a scrim. This is for testing out strategies, as there is a Malusi that's going to have to be 6-picked. Otherwise Steffi will be killed. As we actually see Ella being played by Dizzy, our first Ella, and Steffi goes back onto the Jaeger after taking 2 rounds off from him. Whereas TSP bring the same lineup as they did before. Yercube is working out from Merxy, so he's going to be bringing that one. Let's have a look if we're going to see a similar setup. Yeah, we are. These shotgun holes along the floor being the key part of it, in my opinion. They don't seem to get a lot of value, however, King's Creed and Sneaky Beaky seem committed to running it. Scurry, I noticed that you were watching. How come, are you trialing Jay? Because I've not seen him play before, so I'm assuming you are, considering I saw Connor's post looking. But he said he was looking for supports, and Jay's not really been playing that support. That's been mainly on Crazy. So we do see the bars getting destroyed by Mav. Are we going to see any spawn peaks? Is Dizzy running the shotgun? No, he's not. He's running the Scorpio. Or Scorpion, sorry. And we are going to get ready to see TSP ascend to the rooftops. Sledge opens some hatches. Well, they don't have a sledge. Shotgun open some hatches. That'll be Jay's duty to do that. And then get ready to push piano. Steffi's going to be the one to try and stop it. If they had somebody watching Skylight, which is probably why Capital's banned, because that is usually his job. As Yad is going to drone out that Stefu is on Heaven. The question is he going to notice? Indeed he is. He's actually going to down Stefu as well. Jaeger very much trapped in the corner. And he's going to get Zafir lifelined. Just to send a message to King's Creed. We still have all of the TSP guys on the roof as Yad now joins them. No hot breach hatch into piano just yet, probably because there is a heavier piano hold. However, last time they tried to open it out, it went quite well because Stefu was the other player in there, so Dizzy, and he then just dipped immediately. The exothermic charge is going to come off, and Yad is going to be on this southern cigar piano. Sorry, it's always confusing because it's technically called cigar lounge, but everyone calls it piano. They call cigar shop cigar. So we've got Pixel being contested, or being held, rather, and that is by Eluzi. Oh, that's going to be a name now. It's going to annoy me. The magnets are going to catch those EMP grenades. Chaz is only going to have one left, as Eluzi manages to find that kill onto a Merxy. The IQ is taken down. However, shot in the back from Yad onto White Stairs. No players watching that again as Jay walks into sight and finds a nice kill onto Mav as Dizzy refrags and finds that kill onto Jay. But then Dizzy is taken down by Crazy, and then Crazy is down. Ben Kelly repaying the favour, but Ben's got to be very careful as he's in a 1v2. Green Mine has triggered, so he knows that the Zafir is running around white. Bullets from Chaz come out as well. Are we going to see any attempt at a res? No need, as Yad is there to pick up the final kills. TSP win 3 in a row. And they are going to win bar cocktail to find themselves up 4-1. And he's a trial, but team things went a little wrong, lol. At least we get to see how adaptable he is. That is very true, and he's doing a pretty good job on this Jackal as well, as he's actually going to be on the sledge this time, as the Merxy brings up the buck. We actually see Dizzy on the Maestro. This is the operator he had been bringing last time we saw him play Cafe, as Jay probably going to go on to the Jackal here off the sledge, as that run play has been very, very effective, so why change it? And indeed he does.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So, how are the guys at King's Creed gonna try this one? They're gonna hope it's third time the charm. Well, actually, they won it here on their first try. They got 50% win rate on this site, 0% win rate on Kitchen, so they're going to hope that they can make this 66% win rate using the same setup once again. I'm not sure whether they should, however, they're probably thinking, you know, we've won it once, we've lost it once, maybe it's not all bad. Commit to the same, so apologies for any server lag, that'll be me.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
So we actually see Ben Kelly and Stefu swapping or switching. I need to make up my mind. Switching operators. As we've got Stefu on the Legion, Ben playing this Jaeger, very like reinforcement as well. On to Red Stairs. That's going to be force Crazy to have to use an exothermic charge. As we see Stefu getting picked off very early on. How on earth has he died there? How? I'm really confused. Was he pre-fired? I was spotted from the main window below, so very fair play. I didn't quite catch who had found that kill, solely on the fact I was confused on where on earth he had died from. So apologies for that one, as we see. I think it was potentially Crazy. It might have been a Merxy actually, as Eluzi's going to be holding Cigar all on Piano all on his Ben holding Cigar all on his own. Everybody makes their way to the roof, and the hatches have already been popped. by a Merxy on that box, so we won't get to see any debris flying everywhere. Ben fires some shots up at Chaz, but it's not going to find its target. And Yad, I'm spectating him yet, but it doesn't matter as Jay has somehow found a double kill walking up White Stairs. Mavdo gets rid of the Jackal's reign of terror, and he's going to hold this position with the shotgun, but he is in a 2v4, him and Dizzy, against the 4 current main members of TSP. This is a very win this one out as Air Jab gets popped. Dizzy going to be watching cams, and Mav's going to hold this very tight angle. Dizzy's going to do a lot of damage but take a lot in return. The plant goes down from Crazy. Merxy finds Dizzy. Yad doesn't actually get finished off, and Mav's going to look for that kill. He's going to finish off the player which was downed, who was Yad, and then Merxy's going to round the corner with that C8 and find that kill for TSP to find themselves up 5-1, attacking on Cafe Dostoevsky. So another very strong attack from TSP. They are of course typically quite good attackers, but going 5-1 up on Cafe, they're going to be definitely very happy with that, as they're going to go to Bar first, so differing from the King's Creed choice as Stefu brings out their first Habana we get to see. If a Merxy sticks with this bandit, it'll be the first bandit we get to see as well. And it certainly looks that way, as Crazy is going to be the one to 6-pick onto that Wamai. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. You need a Wamai basically to hold the pixel spot. I do find Castle can be very strong on this site. It just depends on the rest of your team lineup. So, as of course we've seen the first half of regular play on map number 1. Let's have a look at the leaderboard as we see Yad going 7-3, and Merxy and Jay going 8-4 and 8-3 respectively. Interestingly, it's the 2 supports skyrocketing to the top of the leaderboard thanks to Chaz's 6 assists and Crazy planting so often. Whereas on the side of King's Creed, it is Ben and Elusi going 4-1 and 5 each, followed by Dizzy going 3-5 and Mav going 3-6, with Stefu yet to find himself on the board. So a very strong team performance from TSP. Chaz with 6 assists, Crazy with, I want to say, 4 plants. Of course, both teams are in the RXL, so it does make sense to practice getting your plants down for those extra points. Quite slow, King's Creed are rappelling onto the roof. Want to make sure they aren't going to get spawn peeked. Other Merxy going to potentially roam below, but think better of it, hold in piano, or is he going to run down the stairs? He's got the C4 ready. That's what he's going to do. If he throws it out here, that could find a kill. It doesn't, but it does a lot of damage to Dizzy and quite a lot of damage to Mav as well. It's a good value for 1 C4. No kills, but 2 damaged opponents. We've got Crazy playing on the most dangerous position, in my opinion, and showing why as Stefu finds that kill. You might ask, why is it so dangerous? Because the attackers focus all their attention there. Now are we going to see the shotgun getting pulled out from Yad? No, we aren't. Stefu going to find the second kill of the round and his second kill of the game. And he's going to look for a third as well. Chaz gets taken down to sum things up. Habana doing a very good job, and a very quiet attacking round, now doing a lot better. Looking for Jay.
A bomb has been located.
Merxy's got to be careful here, but he actually finds that headshot onto Ben. Fair play for the bandit player. He should have got that. Can he find the one on the Habana too? Yes, he can. The fragger that is, and Merxy doing it all on 1 health. Ever the playmaker, as Jay is also there, the captain and the newest recruit, facing off against 3 of King's Creed's players. Dizzy and Mav are on quite low health. They do have to watch out for Elusi, as he is on fairly a significant amount of health, as Dizzy gets taken out, but not before he gets not before Jay gets retraded onto Elusi. And of course with Connor on 1 health, Aluzi just has to land 1 bullet, and that he does for the King's Creed to take their first attack. Very, very good performance from Stefu right there. Did a very good job to find those opening picks, and it allowed for King's Creed to be put in a very, very strong position. We are going to see Bar once again. Merxy though bringing it back. He did find 2 kills. Very, very nice kill onto the Zephyr of Ben. I believe it was on the on the white stairs. He arguably shouldn't have got there. He was looking the wrong way as well. That's definitely one for the highlight reel, as Ben is going to 6-pick off the Nomad onto that Zephyr. And Connor also ended Stefu's reign of terror. He had a very impactful round, as he also got those 2 damaged C4 that damaged Dizzy and Mav. Dizzy was then killed by the Legion of J. As a Merxy or Connor is going to be playing the Maestro. That's not something we see from him typically. This is the only difference being brought from before. This is the only reason I'm quite surprised, is the Merxy is very much the fragger for TSP. However, he does play, he is the support on Overlord. So bringing that supportive role onto this team. The impact grenade goes out, destroy the desk, and it allows for Crazy play on this shield once again. I don't think an ADS to support him last time, which is quite surprising. So Chaz a bit slow on setting up perhaps, or the call just not coming out. So we've also got a Maestro camp going up there. That's a very, very nice spot. Going to look all the way through Cigar onto New Hatch. As we watch, the King's Creed are going to rappel all the way to the roof. Mav going to send that debris absolute flying on that sledge. No C4s to terrorize the attackers this time, so Dizzy and Mav are safe. You can see they've learnt their lesson, judging by the fact they are so very, very far away. Some utility gets shot down below. I want to say that was a Legion mine from Jay. As Crazy once again in this position. Does he notice that the head? Oh, beautiful from the Wamai. He misses the first one, finds the second. That Habana isn't going to be able to recreate what she did before. Stefu, learn your lesson, my friend. Maybe not peek that upside down rappel. Useful kill onto that Habana, and the diffuser has been dropped as well. So that's very aggressive from Dizzy, and indeed it bites him as Crazy finds a second, and Aluzi goes down to a Merxy. This Wamai definitely having a much better round, as it's going to be Ben's turn to try and peek the player. He's getting shot from a Maestro. Does he know where it is? Yes, he does. He wants to prioritise the shield first, but then he's just getting lit up by that Maestro. Merxy's going to go off that Evil Eye, and Jay's going to find that kill onto Mav. So Ben is left in a 1v5 difficult position. Can he find a kill onto Yad? Yes, he can. Acting more of a live camera to feed that one, as Jay's going to fire some shots out. Zephyr going to have to change up her approach. She's being lit up all over the place, actually. As she is there, less than half health, with Chaz pressuring her from afar. Jaeger assault rifle against the Zephyr 1. Zephyr is going to run up those stairs. Ben, Jay is going to find those shots. Can he land them all? That is the question. He's taken a bit low as well. He gets down from the Maestro of Emerxy. That's one way to get a final kill. Connor making a statement with that one. I'm not sure why the Zephyr isn't highlighted. However, I guess not. Ubisoft, Siege doing Siege things, shall we say. So, where are we going to see this round? This defense is going to be double kitchen, as TSP look to close this one out 7-2 on Cafe after attacking first as well. Jay bringing out the Tachanka, that's probably going to be a 6 pick, as I'm sure as much as Crazy may hate the UMP, Jay needs to be on a better operator. He's going to be on the Bandit as Emerxy remains on that Maestro. With Chaz playing the same role, with Gunning or Yad playing that Legion instead of Jay. Crazy being demoted, shall we say, to Castle duty. It's that UMP. Bit of a pea shooter, to be honest. It's Ben. It's going to actually stick with the Nomad as we wait for Crazy to load in. Please don't DC. There we go. Say please, and it works. So that is very, very good. So we can actually jump back into some gameplay without a rehost on match point. Those are never fun. So, Double Kitchen, how is it going to be played differently? Is this going to be a more standard castle setup? That is the question. Jay, maybe just reading up on the strats, what he should be reinforcing. He was just motionless. As Crazy starts making rotations, he starts reinforcing these standard walls. And this isn't surprising in the slightest. Proximity in thrown underneath small bakery window with a goo mine below, just for good measure. So that wall, that wall. The small bakery doorway gets castled off. That is fairly standard. However, Crazy a bit slow on placing his castles. 10 seconds into the action phase and he's only placed one down. He's going to have to be very careful. Place his other proximity down. Is he just going to cast off prep? No. Okay, so if we look at this middle floor, it's going to be Chaz on the roam, a very strong Jaeger. He is going to hope that he can become a bit of a nuisance for King's Creed as they all start to rappel onto the roof. The biggest issue when attacking kitchen is your time management, so it'll be interesting to see how King's Creed deal with it. TSP dealt with it very, very strongly. They just sort of waltzed into sight and had two players clear out the top two floors, set up vertical, and it was easy going from there. So we see Ben making his way down onto this middle floor. Chaz going to be sat in reading. You can probably hear all of this noise around him. He's just going to wait for anybody to pass through meeting, through reading. Don't know why I called it. I don't know why I called it meeting. The drone from Dizzy is going to come out. Is it going to spot him though? That's the question. I think it did. However, Chaz may not have spotted it because of that sofa's in the way. And if that drone didn't spot that Jaeger, then Chaz is in a pristine position as Dizzy's going to drone out the rest of the middle floor. And I think this entire round could potentially come down to whether Chaz was droned or not. If he's droned and he's killed fairly early on, it's going to be difficult for the defenders to recover, as this is their only source of upper floor map presence. As Crazy finds the opening pick, and is he going to look for a second one? He is. Stefu was taken down first, but Aluzi gets rid of any sort of pressure from Bakery as Yad finds a kill onto Ben Kelly. He also takes a lot of damage in return. Dizzy gets taken down by Chaz. I said it could come down to whether Chaz was droned or not. He clearly wasn't, as Yad gets taken down by Aluzi though, to make it a 3v2. It's mad. Or gets floor bang, tries to flick to the left where he thinks he gets shot from. So that is a good C4, and it's going to find that kill. Confirm it onto Mav as Aluzi is left in a 1v3 to keep TSP in it. And I reckon Chaz may have this one in the bag as the Thatcher peaks. I jinxed it completely. As Aluzi finds a triple for the round. And he's not lost a lot of health, but he does have 10 seconds. So he does have to be very careful, because anywhere he tries to go, he's going to find that he's just cast off. He knows this too. There's no way to get to site, because he's just a lowly Thatcher. TSP find themselves winning 7-2 on map number 1. Dominant performance from the TSP guys. They take the map Very, very solid performance. Good rounds from both teams, to be fair. This King's Creed roster, you know, isn't just is different because, of course, Dizzy, Mav, and Stefu come from Sneaky Beakies. Yes, that is a core. However, if you have to then factor in how do Aluzi and and Ben factor into things. So we are going to Oregon for map number 2, and this time Orange team will start off as attackers. We have 10 minutes to hang around. The current says GG's. So we go towards map number 2, of course, Oregon. Let me just write things down. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves if you'd like. And TSP defend. And then King's Creed defend. So, of course, as I usually do in between each match, if you are enjoying, feel free to drop a follow. We're on 96 followers. Can we hit 100? That is the question. I would appreciate it. Of course, it'd be very nice. As you can see from Stream Elements, the Stream Elements bot, it links my Twitter. It also links my YouTube. So feel free to follow me on Twitter, where I talk. Basically, as soon as I find out when I'm casting, then I post it on to my Twitter. Gives people time. Builds up awareness, shall we say. I think I forgot when tweeting about this match to actually add the King's Creed Twitter, so may have to do that, as unsurprisingly TSP go off to do some T-Hunt, and this is something they usually do. Maybe they're discussing who to ban for the next map, aside from Monty, of course. Yeah, apologies for this, guys. I'm just gonna tweet out that map 2's on the way. Apologies for my dog barking. Okay, so we've got players joining chat. The best Twitch name in existence, Joseph Stalin's uncle, or better known as Gunning, asking if Gunning is good. Talking with yourself. That's lovely. Hopefully teams don't swap sides, because I've got the roles set up to switch anyway. Once again, I appreciate you all for watching. If you haven't already, as I said, feel free to drop a follow. Be very much appreciated, as we are trying to hit 100 followers. That'd be great. As Merxy saying GG's. Yeah, GG's both teams. TSP definitely looking like the the better team in that one. I think Oregon may be the only map that I haven't casted TSP on. Done Club, done Consulate, done Coast, I haven't casted them on Theme Park. Okay. So you hear that, Connor? You need to go to Theme Park, so we can complete the full circle every map. Of course, if you I've got the stream element bot working, so it's just gonna save me shouting out my socials. You can basically scroll up a few messages, you'll see it links my Twitter and it links my YouTube. All Twitch VODs go on to YouTube, however it is harder to make clips. So as soon as I get a better PC, I can start making casting montages, which would be nice. Well, I say my current PC, it's more of a potato, to be honest. Theme isn't getting played. Ah, that's disappointing. You need to scrim a team that takes you to Theme Park now. I need to see that. We need to get the full rotation. That'd be great. To be fair, I think I'm having a look at the maps. I want to see. Would you be, if you went to Theme Park, you'd be the second team that I've done all 7 maps on. Karen, I'll see who's a match. It's Connor Huddo. If we do, we're going to strat so hard. You've got Scurry through your strats, you'll be fine. As we're waiting on Chaz and Crazy to get back from T-Hunt. So operator bans for Oregon. Monty is a guarantee because of course it's TSP. Oh, that rhymed, oh dear. We'll probably see potentially a Thatcher or Maverick to go along with it. We may... those are the 2 operators I can really think of going with it. I may end up missing one. It's probably going to be like a Mirror and Echo on defense, fairly standard band. Oh, okay, Karen. But yeah, just waiting on the 2 supports. Well, when attacking, the 2 supports. When defending, the support and fragger is Chaz playing that Jaeger. So, I've sort of exhausted what I was going to talk about. 2 minutes left until I kind of hope that people join back. Redison Chaz support confirmed. Well, he was playing that Thatcher, and he has only really played that Thatcher when attacking, at least. Yeah, as the bot says, feel free to make clips, of course, because any clips from casters of RXL, I can link for the RXL montages. So if you do see anything particularly nice, i.e. Connor, you might like your cheeky double kill walking into site, walking into VIP, I should say. You can make a clip from that as Crazy and Chaz finally joined. We just got to wait for every player to ready up, then we can jump right back into things. Yeah, it's in support players. Oh yeah, they'll probably hate that I called them that. Oh well. I'm sure I'll survive. So we are waiting on Chaz and then Dizzy and Mav to ready up. We can jump straight back into things. Got a message from Stefu saying start. I'm literally going to say ready up then. I don't think I've cast this Stefu, so he may not know. Well, he did say start, so I'm just going to start because Mav and Dizzy are on his team and they're the 2 players that haven't readied up. So, no longer my problem. So players, you will have to leave chat now. Goodbye. You can join back at the end of this map as we go on to Oregon. And I'm going to write it down already. It's going to be a Monty ban here. If it's not I don't know what's going to happen. I might die of shock. Surprise, it's Monty. Good thing I already... I've got a message saying weren't ready. I'm literally just going to say Steffi. Okay, well, apologies for this. As we are going to see a Blackbeard ban. That's not surprising. I forget he exists, but he is a very, very annoying operator. The fact he's got a face shield is a massive deterrent for most players. Bucklesen should have been playing. Yeah, Connor did say, no, I was to invite you, and then said like 2 minutes before, never mind. So we are going to see a mirror ban. Brad saying, start, we weren't ready. Yep, that's basically what I've been messaged. I mean, when a team messages start, no matter who's ready or not, I would assume they were ready to message that. However, I'm sure both teams were surprised as I've lost my pen lids somewhere. Oh well. We are probably going to see an echo ban. Actually, it's a clash ban. Okay. So, I'm just going to mute my mic while I hunt for my pen lid. So, in ban-wise, typically, when it was first introduced, it followed the Clubhouse sort of ban. So, Thatcher Maverick were key ones. We actually see the site is contested. It's going to be Kidstorm first. That's not surprising in the slightest. We may see a castle here because there are 4 important windows that you may want to barricade. However, no castle being brought, so it doesn't matter. There are 4 important windows on this site. If you don't know what they are, it is Attic, it is Kidstorm, it's Games, and it's also Dorm's main doubles. We see crazy 6-pick from Smoke on to that castle. I'm just looking back to see. Yeah, we did see Dizzy 6-pick to Jackal from IQ. So, Oregon, a map I despise. However, it's always a good one to watch. We should see our first look at Vigil. This entire series. That's going to be Chaz playing that operator. All the attackers and operators have been brought at least once this series. The same with the other 4 defenders, and he is going to roam below. I'm surprised we didn't see a Maestro here. The only reason why, of course, is he can destroy the floor below and then impact trick off the light. I see it, however, there is a light in classroom. You can picture it that you get any hard breach on the other side. So where is Chaz? That is the question. Is he at the top of tower? Yes, he is. Unfortunately for him, that is going to be a very lonely start to the round, as this is looking like a small tower push. And I've got to say, if these attackers go up to this main double window, I've never seen anything good happen when they do that. Interesting choice to put the rotate on the western wall. You typically see it on the eastern wall, so you can have somebody holding this cubby safer. So not a lot happening right now, as everybody's just sort of holding angles. It's eerily quiet, and that's because I've accidentally turned my volume down. So we see the Thatcher EMP grenade going out. This is going to be a master push. You typically see an Attic and master push because you then force out any sort of hold in games, and then lets you plant games. So it's quite interesting not to see King's Creed do that, as Dizzy finds the kill onto Chaz. Chaz rushing through kitchen, and the Jackal sat there and waiting. The floor is going to be destroyed by the bomb. It's going to do just under half health to Jay. The proximity is triggering, and Jay was also flashed. This wall in Master is going to get broken, and is Amerxy just going to push it? That's the question. He's going to play very aggressive, and he hits 1 bullet onto Elusi, and Elusi hits a whole lot more, as Amerxy is going to have to play quite passive now. Stefu finds another pick this time onto Crazy as Illuzi finds the one onto a Merxy. Steffi finds beautiful headshot onto Jay. Yad finds the kill onto Illuzi. He's now in a 1v4. He's got an Ash pushing him from Kids. He may have just looked away at the wrong time. Gets away very luckily right now. The grenade comes out. Yad's going to have to drop there. Indeed he is. Turn and look for anybody to drop after him. So we see everybody fighting to find the last player. So if you're placing that claymore down, the diffuser's down. This is, shall we say, a very easy round for the King's Creed. I keep wanting to say sneaky beakies, so that might be why I'm stuttering after. Yad's just going to run outside. Probably just hide by spawn. He's got 12 seconds to be alive. Stay alive, I should say. This is like the most intense game of tag, as he's now just going to hide and try and stay alive as the bullets flying past. He's going to sit outside, and the King's Creed find round number 1. They start things off a lot better than they did on map number 1. Brad saying ban clash when Scurry isn't even playing now. I know. What was the point? So we are going to see Kids once again. Remember, this is a scrim, so these results may not be the full tale of if these two teams played in a league matchup. Of course, these are supposed to be full maps that you might not like or have, or maps that you want to practice on. As we see Steffi on an Ayana, that might be 6 picks. Crazy is going to go onto a Bandit. I'm actually going onto a Mai. We've got an Ace. Don't pick Ace, please. Thatcher, good. Steffi picking that Thatcher. Otherwise, we would have had to have a team kill, which is never good. Reminder, of course, feel free to make clips. If you see anything good, make a clip, and then you can always, if you post it on Twitter, then at me on that. My Twitter link has been sent by Stream Element. Any clips that you make of from any of my casts, I always retweet, and it's always nice to have some good publicity. So it's basement, not Kids. It was Kids, they changed their mind to basement, which is Laundry Supply, if I remember the rooms correctly. So the big focal point of Laundry now, of course with the rework, is the introduction of Blue Bunker and this sort of cubby that allows the player to just sit behind a shield. In this case, it's going to be Chaz. We've seen some baits come out before, where you reinforce this other wall and then the attackers rush in. You have a smoke, just sit there and waiting. I'm trying to remember who did it. I think it was Fav Gaming in APAC North. The mute reinforced the smoke out, and when the attackers rushed, they got obliterated, shall we say. No shield on the boiler room to Blue Bunker. That's a bit surprising, as that is a very strong position. What happens to that EMP? Oh, zapped completely. That's what happens to that EMP. That EMP does go down. And Chaz is in a very difficult position, and Steffi pushes up. That's way too aggressive on a smoke. He's got a shotgun and an SMG-11. The shotgun for Chaz, he's going to find 2 already. Illuzi is the second victim to the SS operator, and he has said, you know what, enough's enough. I'm just going to retreat and waste some time. As Dizzy now gets taken down, that's the push from Freezer, as Jay finds a double, as Ben pushes all on his own. And Mav, speaking of being all on their own, he's stuck in a 1v5. He's got the grenade ready and prepped, and he's going to throw that one out at Crazy. Crazy going to hide behind the barrels, got the pistol out, and it's not going to do a lot. That Bandit is just spinning in a circle, gets killed. I is there for the refrag, and Merxy finding his kill right there, and TSP equalised things at 1-1. So we've had a complete inverse. Well, a complete carbon copy from map number 1. Attackers winning round 1, defenders winning round 2. So it'll be interesting to see how everything else plays out from here. Are we going to see top floor once again? Yes, we are. TSP are going to hope that they can have a better chance at defending. They've brought the smoke, they brought the castle, they brought the Legion, they brought the Bandit and the Jaeger. Identical lineup, and I expect the same from the attackers. Indeed, it is. So no 6 picks from the look of it, as it is going to be a carbon copy of round number 1, except this time both teams have a lot more knowledge and awareness of what the other is going to do.
Attackers need to
So we'll have to
and
see
defuse bombs.
if anything is different. I think that TSP, or Crazy in particular, is going to reinforce the same. It's going to barricade the same 3 windows, probably reinforce the same place. Makes sense. Here is the floor hole. You didn't really see used a lot before. The main window gets castled off. Once again, this rotate on the western wall. And the only reason I say it's interesting is because if you have the inner wall, or the rotate on the other wall, you can have a player playing in this corner, and they're less likely to be shot from the window. Plus, if you have it on that left wall, you can push up white stairs and have a very nice free angle into the player playing there. And of course, I think with the way rotates are with this map in attic and this wall, this dorms wall, if you have it, I think both are a bit of a caveat of each other. If you have the rotate on the east wall, if the attackers gain site control by A, they can hold a very nice long angle all the way into attic rotate, and then you cut off anybody playing there. But then if you have it on this western wall, like we have here, you can't have anybody playing in that tight corner. Right, so rant over, and we can continue with the round. So not a lot has happened, no damage, just King's Crew getting ready to prep that wall. Are we going to get to see a nice impact trick? No, we're not. It's messed up. And Jay's going to then play super aggressive to halt any sort of attack. The Goo Mine comes out. The drone comes off as well. Elusi is there and waiting. The Legion stuck. The Legion gets the kill. How has he been allowed to get away with that? He gets down though straight after, but Elusi has only been able to use 1 exothermic charge. The UMP suppressed pushes Dizzy's taken incredibly low once again. Meanwhile, Jay is still down. Ben and Stefu getting ready to push in. Stefu finds the head of a Merxy the Bandit, not able to spot that player. And Jay is very much going to be able to be revived here as nobody's holding it. Does Crazy know? That is the question, or is he going to go for a flank? I think he's going for a flank, and he's actually going to see Dizzy and find the UMP kill. There is nobody else waiting for him, so he's now stuck. Jay not going to get picked up, except now he is from Yad. It's going to allow TSP to hold the advantage. They're in a 4v3, but Jay's so very low. The castle there of Crazy gets taken down. The Jay still on very low health. He can just sit there prone. Ben doesn't notice, doesn't even land a shot. And Jay finds a triple for the round. He's the only person to get a kill for TSP this round. Stefu down below triggers a Legion mine. Grenade gets thrown up from Mav as well. The attackers are going to regroup and push up main stairs. You can tell they're getting quite desperate. They've got 40 seconds left and they're going to probably run into Chaz behind the shield. Smoke grenade gets sent out and that's going to down Stefu because he's on such low health, and it's going to finish him off as well, leaving Mav once again in a 1v3. He's going to make a rotation into master bedroom. And he's going to just peek for Jay. But Jay finds that headshot, finds a quad for the round. Half of his kills coming on the low life of 20 health. Very, very good round for the Legion player. Trialing for TSP, of course, and they're going to be happy with that performance right there. So TSP find themselves, after losing the first round, they win the next 2, and it's going to be kitchen dining for round number 4. As kitchen dining or meeting kitchen is usually whichever team prefers. Stefu's going to have to 6th pick or be eliminated by his team, and he's going to be 6th picked into Thatcher question mark. Actually no, Lucy's on the Thatcher. He's going on to the Jackal as he was playing Thatcher last map, as a Merxy goes from Echo to Maestro, making that IQ a little bit less useful, as all she's going to be able to look for are those goo mines, which of course are very annoying, but aren't as annoying as they were a few seasons ago. So I haven't been able to cast this map a lot, so it's very nice to finally be able to see Oregon. I think I've done it once or twice, I want to say. So it's nice to actually get back on this map
Attackers have
and
discovered the location of a bomb.
see what TSP and King's Crew decide to do when they defend, what their setups are.
10 seconds
I think I've only
remaining.
casted it. I have casted it twice, okay.
5
Not that I'm
seconds.
sure any of you care. However, my point is it's always nice to see a map that you don't get to cast a lot.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So
Attackers
I'm
drop
quite
the bomb.
happy that I'm able to cast
Attackers recovered
on
the bomb diffuser.
Oregon. So I believe Crazy is going to finally place that castle barricade down. And this is a very strong position, but it's also a very dangerous one. This castle barricade position, I mean. Because for your roamers, if they choose to venture towards the meeting in the top floor, they have to go the long way down this narrow kitchen corridor, which has been castled off as well. So they're limiting the roamers to small tower, but that's sort of what you need to do. So it's not a big surprise. What they're trying to do with all these castle placements is force utility to be used to break them, or force a push through security. If you get a push through security, that is very, very dangerous. And I think Crazy is just going to barricade that up. Indeed he is. So what TSP are doing, they're making this a fortress. Crazy's actually moved. He's actually moved and castled off showers. Nobody playing showers yet, but I think Chaz will venture on in. And the proximity goes off. They're keeping this doorway down meeting corridor open. As we see, Ben Kelly already made his way to the top of the stairs, and he's going to catch Yad off guard. The Jaeger player not noticing somebody is nearby. So we see the EMPs come out from Dizzy. The exothermic charge comes off as well. Maxi going to place his second Evil Eye and move away. He's actually going to push this, which is very, very aggressive, and he's actually going to be droned out there. Or is he? No, he's not. The Maestro player getting away with murder. He's going to get droned that time as Jay gets taken down to low health. Crazy just drops, and Ben is waiting at the bottom of Freezer. Jay still on very low health, and he gets wall banged and taken down, but Chaz finds TSP's first kill of the round, and then Merxy equalizes, finding a very nice kill of his own. He took down Stefan, down Dizzy, but Mav was there to get rid of the Maestro as Jay's been picked up. The Impact Grenade comes up as well. Friendly fire as he downs his own teammate. The smoke of Chaz getting down. Now Jay in a difficult position. He's going to see that player push in. Can he find that kill? That's the diffuser carrier as well. He finds that kill, but he doesn't see the last one as he gets taken down. And King's Crew find their second round. Apologies for that, everybody. Just had to grab some
Defenders,
batteries.
protect your bombs from being
So
defused
we
by
are going to
attackers.
go back down to basement. No six picks at all, it seems. Sorry, just got to write this one down. So that's the issue when all my rechargeable batteries no longer work. So yeah, apologies for that one. That is the reason why I couldn't commentate in between round 4 and round 5, and I realised at the start of round 4 I didn't talk, what I usually do, about the utility being brought. So from the attackers we have 6 flashes, 1 claymore, 3 breaches, 2 frags. From the side of TSP, the defenders, we've got 2 shields, 1 nitro, 2 barbed wire and 2 impacts, and the impact grenades not being used as of yet. That's going to be Jay on that Legion once again. We'll have to see how he does that differently as a Merxy. I'm very aggressive just to get those magnets out. thank you all for hanging around. Interesting shield placement right here. It's not something you really see every day. The EMP grenade goes out, doesn't find anything. I think it got zapped by a magnet outside from a Merxy, which we saw him do at the start of the round. Very heavy basement hold. This is a very strong site for the defenders. It all comes down to, can you control basement? That drone probably spotted Chaz. He most likely knows it as the smoke player. He's going to get ready to peek up, probably find a kill onto that grenade. Throw off sledge. Oh, he gets taken down so very low. The ADS doesn't catch that one. So Merxy does a lot of damage to Ben, but takes a lot of damage back, and Chaz getting away just as that blue bunker wall is about to get breached. Does Crazy have any bandits? No, he doesn't. The C4 getting thrown out though, and down goes Mav. Beautifully thrown. And Crazy going to look for a second as well. Can he get a third? No way. He's on such low health, and he finds it too. Crazy, the bandit player, comes out with the crazy play, no pun intended. And that is a beautiful play for TSP to rescue a round that was surely balancing on defeat, and Merxy finding that kill onto Ben as well, leaving Steph in a 1v5, and it's going to be very difficult to pull this one back. He finds the headshot onto Connor as he was not looking the right way, and that beautiful play I've just ruined by not being able to say balancing correctly. May have to cut that one short in the clip, that which I'll do later on. Is Yad, he's looking for that push. Chaz and Crazy on very low health, but it doesn't matter. Steffi doesn't notice him, and the Jaeger finding that kill. TSP take themselves back into the lead 3-2, and what a round from Crazy. The guy's insane. Gets taken to such low health, goes for a ballsy play, throws out a C4, kills Mav, and then decides, you know what, I'm just going to peek it again. Does a ton of damage, takes down Dizzy, and then goes out looking for that thermite once again. Dizzy was the thermite. He runs out, finds a Lucy, and gets into a gunfight with Dizzy, finishes him off with the pistol to round things out. As we go to kids once again, TSP have a 50% chance of winning here. They've won basement twice, they've won kids once, they've lost kitchen once, and they've lost kids once. So they're going to go back to kids and hope that they can make it 2 out of 3. And I've got to say, that was an excellent play from the TSP player on that bandit. Beautiful run out right there. Perfectly timed as well. Bad coordination, it seemed, from the King's Creed. So after that, the exciting play, Crazy is once again on the castle. The last time TSP defended this top floor was when Jay had a beauty of a round, finding a 4K, being stolen by Maxi, I want to say. It might have been... it was either a Merxy or Crazy, I think. Oh well, it doesn't matter. The Legion had a great round. We'll have to see if he can recreate his success. The only thing that didn't go good for him was the impact tricking. It didn't work out, and that wall got breached by Dizzy. I think it was a Lucy on the thermite last time. They attacked here. So we are looking for a lobby take once again, and a Merxy finds the opening headshot onto Stefu. Not droning correctly right there. The Habana pays the price, and that means Dizzy is the sole hard breacher being brought. And Crazy getting ready to help out Jay with that impact trick. He opens up the floor just below, just so those impacts can bounce very nicely. Gets ready to place. He's placing down those bandit batteries. The EMP is probably going to come out from Illusion. Dizzy's then going to try and plant it. The drone spots out a Merxy as well. Dizzy is down below, and all attackers are, all defenders, sorry, are on / near site. Crazy playing very aggressive, and he's just been droned out as well, and he knows this, so he's going to have to run back upstairs and hope that that Jackal doesn't get too antsy. It's Ben though, and it's fair to say he's had a decent match today. Breaching charge getting set up, so a nice long angle into closet through armory can be set up. Shotgun blasts have been set up. It peaks something. He gets downed by Yad and finished off a good measure. Apologies for that server lag. the 3v5 right now. TSP are in the driving seat of this round. C4, another very close one for Merxy, as Lucy just dodges at the right time using the AR-33. He's going to hold angle and he's going to see that player down, goes crazy to a very nice headshot on the from the Thatcher. Apologies for that weird mispronunciation. Oh, Dizzy was caught in an animation, caught napping right there by Jay. He knows better than to push that again as Mav takes a lot of smoke damage. He's going to think about pushing that right up. That's very risky. The goo mine goes down as well, just to hold his position. Flashbangs come out. Dizzy does a lot of damage, tramples into a goo mine. Jay, he knows that somebody is nearby. If he goes for an impact throw, he'd very much find a kill there onto that thermite. But the smoke grenade comes down from Chaz, and it's going to find that kill onto the thermite. He's had an excellent game with those smoke canisters. Lucy map in a 1v4, he finds one, but Jay going to wide peek it, and he's going to finish him off right there. TSP find themselves 4-2 up at the end of their defensive half, which is fairly standard what you would expect. So I don't think the King's Creed need to be disappointed with that one. It's a lot better than what happened when they defended first on Cafe, when they only won one round. Bar in round 2, crazy. Bradley saying crazy goat. And that round he definitely was. Very, very good play right there. So we get to see Kids Dorm. But this time it's going to be the King's Creed turn to defend it. Thank you all for still watching. And it's been a bit of a long one, nearly live for an hour and a half. But I hope you're enjoying this this game. This second map has definitely been a lot closer than the first. So, as we go into the second half of map number 2 in regular play, let's have a look at that leaderboard. So Jay finds himself up going 7-2, nice KD of 3.5, and then we see Ben and Steffi going 4 and 5 each, with Dizzy, Aluzi and Mav all going all got 2 kills. Make sure I'm actually focusing on the round. We then see Merxy and Chaz second fragging, going 5 4, 5 and 2 respectively. Then Crazy 4 and 5, and Yad bringing up the rear, going 3 and 1. He's not had a lot of kills, but he's not died, which is very, very good.
5 seconds left.
So we've got to see how this is going to be different, and one big difference, in fact 2 big differences that the defenders are bringing are a Valkyrie and a Mozzie. Mozzie not as strong as he once was after losing that super shorty. There are a few better ops, but interestingly no Castle. I said this at the start that I think Castle is a very powerful op for this site. We're also going to see a big tower push, which you haven't seen yet, and Yad is going to be on a Nomad. We're also going to get to see Chaz on the Zephyr, but he might not be on that Zephyr for long after taking a huge amount of damage from someone. Where on earth is he taking all that damage from? I'm really confused. I think Steffu peeked him, but Steffu's on very low health. And yeah, once you take a lot of damage, maybe you shouldn't be peeking things like that. The blood trail is giving away his position. Jay finds himself on the board on this second half. Rounding the corner comes Dizzy, finds that headshot. The drone's going to spot the bandit player, and he's actually going to push in and find Chaz as well. Double kill for Dizzy. And that's going to put the defenders of King's Creed in a very strong position as he refrags out Steffu and finds an extra one to his name, taking themselves in the lead. And to make things even better for TSP though, Yad retrades and finds a Lucy. But Dizzy with the double C4 kill. My word, I did not expect that. Taking out Crazy and Merxy right there. Insane from the bandit. What is it with bandits and having great plays? Dizzy gonna probably look for that ace, you'd expect. Yad the only one left. He's in a 1v2, so it's definitely winnable. And I think he knows this as well. I saw Dizzy rush outside, but I didn't expect 2 attackers just to be waiting for him with that C4 kill. Dizzy's just sort of waiting, looking, gonna pre-fire. He's gonna look for the ace right here, and he's gonna find it. Dizzy R6 having a perfect round for the King's Creed just to keep them in the game. Make sure this goes on for extra longer. They're doing better than TSP did in their first defensive round. What is it with Bandit players on Oregon? I said crazy with the 3K before. This time Dizzy with the ace for King's Creed. We've been waiting for him to switch on, so to speak, and he definitely did that round, as Laundry Supply is going to be their next site of choice. What I mean by switch on, of course, is when the Sneaky Beakies played Bossman, Dizzy didn't have the best of games, very quiet until very late on. It's nice to see him going back to his full potential, which we know he can perform at. Steffi's going to 6-pick off that Ella to Ella, and Jay is going to 6-pick from IQ onto Sledge at the last possible second.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
So Laundry, are we going to see a blue bunker hold? Most teams do. There are some teams that never ever hold, and Apollo is one of them. They've never seemed to hold blue bunker. They seem to give up on it. I think, you know what, we can just waste the utility elsewhere. And it looks like that King's Creed are going to follow in Apollo's footsteps as they reinforce off blue bunker. Any player playing in there is playing with a Death Wish. ADS being placed on boiler room. The barbed wire coming down from Ben as well. So Dizzy's going to be very happy with his performance. Going 7 and 4. Now skyrocketing to the top of his team when he was there. So far below. I think he was about third in his team. Jumps all the way up to top, but of course points don't mean anything, so who really cares? Rushmot getting sent out. That drone is going to get ended by Stefu, as is that one. And the Ella just going to run past. That is risky, as Chaz was waiting there right for him. And he looks like he's just going to try and peek that. That's very dangerous, but he does stun the Ella. And that Ella, as I said, is very much trapped. Showing just why you need that rotate right there if you're playing Bidoo Bunker. Is Chaz finding that kill. Lucy gets rid of a drone, but Ben takes a lot of damage. Meanwhile, that barbed wire is getting broken open super early. Lucy's going to get thermite charged right next to him. He's going to have to dip. Dip he does. Mav is playing through the drone hole using that AUG. So now we've reached the mid-round stalemate, I like to say, where both teams start to reposition themselves, get ready for the execute, and try to deny it in the case of the defenders. See the grenades burning everything out, and Jay finds the kill onto Ben. Ben charging through. And that Sledge sat there ready and waiting. There's another player nearby as well. Nobody else is nearby. Dizzy though tries to peek it, gets taken down by Jay, and then Mercs is the one to finish those kills. Almost a bit of friendly fire right there. You've got the slow peek coming through. Chaz, team kills though, that's the issue. Was he looking for that kill? I think he was. Finds a Mercsy, but also a Lucy, and Yan mops things up, finding that last kill onto Mav. And TSP take themselves 5-3. So unfortunate team kill right there for Chaz. We've got a disconnect though. And Stefu is the one who has DC'd. Doesn't look like we're getting a rehost. It doesn't look like we're getting a rehost at all, so they're going to hope he can join right on back as we go to Laundry once again. Or listen, to be fair, opening elbow was an awful idea. Well, it depends on where the rest of the team is positioning. Like, if you're playing it quite tight, and then you have somebody playing at the blue bunker, a boiler behind a shield in that doorway, you can get a very nice. And I think you can waste so much time there that, especially if you've got a very aggressive smoke player, you can use all your smokes, you can use your shotgun, your SMG-11, and you can waste so much time and hopefully get quite a few kills. As Yad has left the game as well, so are we getting a rehost, or is Yad just left to make it a 4v4? Everybody seems a bit confused, I'm not gonna lie. They need to make up their minds quickly. Of course this isn't a league game, so I don't think it really matters. So, 4 attackers versus 4 defenders. As Yad and Steffi are the opening casualties, if you want to think of it like that. I'm not sure what either team are going to do here.
5 seconds to insertion.
It looks like we're just going to play on in a 4v4.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, it just looks like we're playing a 4v4. I'm monitoring, I'm looking for any Discord notifications I get from either team. I've got none. My brother said we want to make it a fair round. I suppose it's because Yad was bottom fragging that he's the one who's sacrificed his kills. Can't imagine Crazy doing that after his 3k. I'm actually just gonna pre-fire out. Is he gonna return the favour? Crazy's gonna know roughly where they are. Moxie is the one on the sledge, on the Thatcher, compared to Jay on that sledge. As the opening pick on to Chaz, he's using that long angle with that MP7, but he gets killed from another long angle from Jay, who's walked into sight down main stairs. How on earth has he got away with that? As Emerxy finds one as well, leaving poor old Ben in a 1v3. He's got the iron sight, so the EMP doesn't matter. Gets the down onto Emerxy. Thatcher getting a bit too aggressive right there. The plant goes down from Crazy. He's been doing that quite a lot. So, putting TSP in a very strong position. Oh, Ben definitely saw that one. He's got the shotgun out though. He's looking for any players, but does he know that Jay is the one looking for him with that long angle? Crazy is watching the other one as well. They're going to call out where he is. He's now very much stuck. There's Crazy just going to pistol rush. However, the smoke does find one, but I think Crazy is there ready and waiting. Yeah, the time's ticking down. The defuse is coming down, I believe. Oh, no, never mind. The shotgun pellets miss. So the bombs get defused and TSP find themselves on map point. This has been a much closer map. So it's a shame that we got a 4v4. I don't think Steffi may be joining back, which is very, very unfortunate. So TSP find themselves in match point. We're going with a 4v4 from now on. If it was a 5v5, I think this would have been a lot closer, so I don't think the scoreline is totally fair. As King's Creed only got 2 defensive rounds with their full 5 players. And as soon as you can't reinforce 2 walls, it's so costly. As definitely showing as the rush came out with the rush. The quicker execute, shall we say, from TSP is we're going to see Kids Room, which has now been unlocked for the King's Creed. So of course with Steffi not joining back, thanks to Scurry's confirmation, we won't see Yad joining back either. Who's on that Nomad. I think he was going 4 and 2, so there are not a lot of kills, not a lot of deaths, which are always good in a round where you kind of want to be alive for comms. So the big issue here is once again the castle being brought, but no Valkyrie, and that is what Steffi was playing. Dizzy was the saving grace on this this site. He was the one, of course, who got that ace to clutch things out. Which I've got to say, part of it seemed to be poor positioning from TSP. We heard Mav saying he's got a drone, and Chaz is going to have to be careful, otherwise he will get his drone nicked as well. Mozzie has...
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
I'm not sure what that number was. I'm not sure what that number is below his gadget thing. The 0 below the amount of pests he's got left. That was on 1. So I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, we've got the 4 defenders defending against the 4 attackers, and what do they have to look out for? That is the newly buffed Fuse of J. 4 cluster charges. He's going to burn those ADSs. And he's just going to sit on the roof now for the time being. She knows he's going to go to the main window. Send some more out, and that's going to force... Why did one go off? The ADS catching a few right there. Lucy saved from that one. Somebody is stuck below, and that somebody is Ben, but Emerxy's done a lot of damage, touching the Jaeger. that diffuser has been abandoned at spawn, as Merxy is going to be the one to pick that one up, and it's going to be an attic attack. That's crazy. Accidentally going to fall down the hatch right into the path of Dizzy, and he's going to keep things going, keep the momentum going, and Lucy finds the kill onto Jay as well. So the defenders find themselves 4-2 up, so they've brought a lot of C4s, but one has been used. Mavs has been used, Dizzy's has not. And now Merxy and Chaz left. Chaz is just stunning himself, throwing his drone down. Merxy going to move around. He's now just going to as Dizzy is going for that flank. He does have to watch out for any claymores. Has returned. Obviously TSP deciding, you know what, let's just get this over and done with. These two players are now going to try and push up, but Chaz is going to run out. I think Ben notices this as well, and he's going to find the headshot onto Chaz, and apologies right there for my dog. I will be right back.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Bomb located by attackers. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Apologies for that one. As I was sort of talking about my
10 seconds left before insertion.
I was had to deal with my dog as we're going to laundry now. Apparently Stefu rage quit, which is not fun in a scrim because they're supposed to help either team, and when you're now in a 4v5 you're not helping anybody.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
So with my dog sorted, he shouldn't bark anymore. Hatch is being reinforced by Lucy. He is going to be on the Valkyrie. Sort out my mic. Shaz finds the opening pick right now onto Mav. And Yad is actually going 6-2, so I was completely wrong. Oh, a bandit trick from Dizzy. Cheeky. He's not going to be able to bandit trick anymore because those holes being created, they're going to do a lot of damage as Jay finds the kill on Ben, leaving it in a 2v5. Crazy going to be pushing up on Aluzi as well. Crazy is going to find that kill on Aluzi as well. Actually, Chaz is going to steal it. I don't know whether to be disappointed or surprised. Dizzy finds Crazy, but Jay is there to refrag him out. TSP win map number 2, 7-4. GG, well played both teams. I've got to say, if we had a 5v5, I'm not sure it would have been a 7-4. It could have been a, I think it may have been a 7-5. I think TSP were looking like the more dominant team. However, that last round, you know, you're on a 5v4. As we have a look at the leaderboard at the end, Dizzy going 10-7, but Jay going 13-5. Very impressive. Most players were quite impressive. Bradley Kyron isn't on their team. He just used to be. He's on there. He's on Paradox now. Anyway, so that is it. Map 1, TSP 1 7-2. Map 2, TSP won 7-4. It was a good game from both teams. So I appreciate everybody for hanging around. We may get players joining in at the end, so as always I do talk a little bit, let them join in, talk about the game, etc, etc. Of course, if this was an RXL game, we'd have a winner's interview. Alas, it's just a scrim, so we won't. I'm just going to close the lobby. But yeah, GG, well played both teams. Thank you for allowing me to cast. I hope everybody did enjoy. I know it may have been a long one. Best of twos can sometimes go on. Luckily we had no rehosts, etc, etc. We don't have to deal with anything like that. So it went along a lot smoother than I could have anticipated, and for that, thank you to both teams. As always, thank you both teams for casting. Thank you to chat. You guys sticking around for the entire time, and we'll get players funneling in now. So of course, if you haven't already, feel free to drop a follow. As I said, we're looking for the last 4 follows. At the time of I first started the stream, we're looking for 4 follows to hit that big 100. And I do need to get people's opinion on what I could do, which I'll probably ask for on Twitter. But as I said, thank you both teams. I'm basically just waiting for both teams, for players to join into the chat, have a bit of a discussion, and then we'll close out the stream here. So as always, if you don't know who I am, my name is Dylan. I'm a caster for the Xbox Champions League, Third Eye Gaming, EU, and the Resurgence Xbox League. Of course, anything you see me do on here is usually personal stuff, so stuff that won't be on league Twitches. So that'll be RXL placement games which aren't casted, well, which are supposed to be spectated or casted, and any scrims that I have the time to do. Which luckily, right now I do have a bit of time because RXL's in placement games. TEG is finishing its final tomorrow, which will be on twitch.tv/Third Eye Gaming EU, all lowercase, all one word, where I will be co-casting with Toot. If you don't know who Toot is, he's of course probably the best Xbox EU caster that we have on the scene at the moment. So I'll be casting with him, of course with limitations. He'll be doing the shot casting, I'll be doing all your mid-round analysis. So make sure you check that one out, it should be a good one. Of course, thank you all once again for hanging around. Feel free to drop a follow if you haven't already. As I said, if you look at stream elements, anything they said, he's linked. It's linked to my Twitter, where you can feel free to follow. That's of course anything to do with my Twitch. You get a good say there. Perfect timing, as stream element sends the message. There's also another message it sends, where it will link my Twitter and also my YouTube, where I send all my Twitch VOD on that one. So I do need to say, of course, feel free to make clips. If you any players watching this back, or any players who are in now, if there was any particular moment that you liked, you can try and find it and make a clip of it. Feel free to post on Twitter, at me on Twitter at DylanC14, capital I, not lowercase l, as the bot says, and I will happily retweet anything done in my cast. But I believe that is everything from me. So Chaz and GG's, thanks for casting. Have a good rest of the day, you two. No worries. Thank you for having me and letting me cast. Thank you for getting a scrim at such short notice after Recluse backed out. But anyway, that's it from me. I hope you all have a good evening, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.